All right, so gentlemen, give me something. Give me something. Give me anything. You saw God do.
Stop me from getting in a fight.
Stopped you from getting in a fight. Cooled you off. Got that temper under control. Hey, 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 pump your brake. Calm down. Don't do it. It's a bad idea. Our emotions can get us in trouble. Our emotions can get us in trouble. We can feel and think what we feel and think, and then there's a price we're gonna have to pay. And a lot of times, in the moment, we don't think about what it's gonna cost us. We're just in the moment. No, but I got these hands and I'm good with my hands. I got these hands. I'm about to put hands on them, let them know they can't disrespect me. And you have no idea about their hands. You have no idea. You run in your mouth and you feel what you feel. And I saw this thing in a movie where the guy kicked the other guy in the neck. I could kick that high. I bet I can kick him. Like you're gonna stand there like they do in the movies, see your foot coming and go, oh no, he's going to kick me. And it's going to land perpendicular on the carotid artery of my neck and it's going to make me pass out. Oh, whatever will I do? No, in real life, it's a little different. Our emotions can get us in trouble. So I'm grateful God, you know, helped you understand the importance of pumping your brake. Don't feed into it. Don't feed into it. I see you. Don't feed into it. Don't feed into it. Don't feed into it. That's dangerous. Don't do that. Don't do that. Sir.
Look me up and bring me here.
All right. Fantastic. Gentlemen, I want to continue on Wednesday night. On Wednesday night, we had a conversation in Team Talk about breaking the cycle of favoritism. We looked at Isaac and Rebekah, mom and dad, their two sons, Jacob and Esau. Isaac, he loved he loved Esau more and treated Esau special because Esau liked to hunt and fish and be outside. He was good with a bow. He was good with his hands. He was nice with a knife. He did the hunting thing. He brought back all kind of stuff. He also knew how to cook, and his dad loved all of the stuff Esau did. Now, equally so, Jacob, who is the father, excuse me, Isaac, who is the father, has a second son, Esau's brother, who is just a few seconds younger. They're twins, they're fraternal twins, not identical twins, they're fraternal twins. He's a few seconds younger than his older brother, and Esau is first, Jacob is second, and Jacob, he's not the outdoors kind. He's not the outdoors guy. He's at the house. He's at the house. He knows all the administrative stuff of the house. He knows how to wash, cook, clean. He knows how to make everything run in the house real smooth. He's hanging out with mom. And mom loves that. Rebecca loves Jacob. She loves Jacob. And she doesn't really dig Esau. She's not really excited about Esau. Both parents have their favorites. And we talked about on Wednesday night, it is important that if you have experienced favoritism in your life, you don't need to confess it. You don't need to talk about when you saw a parent or an adult treat your sibling or someone else better than they treated you. It happens to all of us. We all experience it in some way, shape, or form. But what you have to do, what you are now responsible for, because you recognize it, you have to break the cycle. Because if you don't break the cycle, you're going to do this exact same thing. Isaac experienced it in his home when he was a boy. Rebecca experienced it in her home as she was a girl. Growing up, she experienced the same thing. And she grew up and she poisoned her boys. And so did dad. I experienced it. And it doesn't feel good. And having to deal with that poison. So if you don't learn how to break that cycle, you continue in it. And I want to show you today, because Jacob goes as far. His mom says to him, listen, your dad just told your brother, I'm just going to recap Wednesday night. Um, Isaac had just told Esau, son, I'm getting older and I feel like my time is coming. I'm probably close to death, and I would love for you to go hunting for me one more time before I die. I would love for you to go out, get me some deer, get me some rabbit, whatever it is but go out, get it, bring it back, prepare it, do that spice thing that you do, put it in the smoker, put it in the oven, roast it, do the thing that you do. And when you're done, bring it to me so I can eat, because I'm going to bless you. I'm going to bless you. I'm going to speak God's blessing and provision over your life. And and Esau said, yeah, Dad, okay, I'll get it taken care of. No problem. And Esau, he went out. He got his bow, he got a bow, the quiver, and he got his knife, and he went out. And he went out into the woods, and he went hunting like he always does. Rebecca, the wife, is listening to Isaac say this to his son, say this to Esau. She comes back to Jacob and she says, listen, your dad said he's getting older and he's probably not going to last much longer. He's about to die, and he's about to proclaim a blessing, the blessing of God on your brother's life. I don't want the blessing to be on your brother. I want the blessing to be on you. And so Jacob goes, Mom, I don't know that that's a good idea. You want to try to trick Dad to bless me and not bless my brother? And she goes, well, yeah, because I want the blessing to be on you. I don't like your brother. I like you. Again, favoritism. And he says, but Mom, my brother's hairy. He smells like outside. How am I going? I mean, I understand you're going to cook some food and I'm going to take it to him, but I sound like me. I sound like me. I don't sound like my brother. And I don't feel like my brother. I'm not my brother. I'm me. Is that not good enough? No. Here's what we're going to do. I'm going to go get some of his clothes from his closet, and we're going to take the goat skin, because I want you to go outside and get two of the best goats. Go outside, get two of the best goats, and then bring them in. I'm going to prepare them just like your brother, because I'm the one who taught your brother how to cook. I'm going to prepare them just like your brother would prepare them. You're going to take it in, and you'll talk as best you can like your brother, and tell your dad that you're Esau. Don't tell him you're Jacob. You want me to lie to my dad? I want you to lie to him. You want me to lie to my dad? I want you to lie to him. But Mom, I'm going to lie to Dad in front of God. God is going to curse me. And she's like, no, the curse is not going to be on you. You're not the one who's going to get in trouble. Let the curse be on me. Gentlemen, I want you to know, if you ever hear an adult say to you, I want you to commit fraud, I want you to commit a sin, I want you to do this, I want you to do that, and you know it's wrong, you need to disagree with them. You need to do it. You need to disagree. You know it's wrong. Spirit of God is telling you it's wrong, and you know it's wrong. Hey, I don't think that's a good idea, and I don't want to get in trouble with God. Ultimately, well, you better listen to what I say. You better do what I say. Well, Mom, Dad, Uncle, whoever it is, brother, whoever it is, you know it's wrong. I know it's wrong. And if I go along with you, God's going to deal with me because I know it's wrong. She says to him, listen, I'm going to put the goat skin on you. Go in. Dad'll smell the clothes. He'll smell, because being outside, you end up smelling like outside. You up in the woods with the woods and the dirt and the mud and the bugs and all that. You're going to smell like outside. Jacob does what his mom says. Isaac, he's older, he's half blind. He tells him, come close. As he gets close, he leans in. Jacob kisses his father like, Dad, I love you. Kisses his forehead. And Isaac smells the clothes. He reaches up, he touches his neck. He feels the hair, and he says, well, it is the son, it is the voice is the voice of Jacob, but you smell like and you feel like Esau. He said, well, I'm going to bless you, whoever you are. And he speaks the provision and the blessing of God over his life. Jacob leaves out. Mission accomplished. And just as he leaves out, he's now on the outside. He's having a conversation with his mom. Esau comes back, brings in the food. He's like, Dad, I'm back. And he's like, what do you mean you're back? I was just talking to you. He's like, no, Dad, I literally just got back, prepped the food, bringing it to you. He says, so who was just in here? He's like, Dad, did you bless him? Yeah, I blessed him. I spoke the blessing and provision of God over his life. And he says, well, wait a minute. No, Dad, bless me also. He's like, son, I can't do, there's only one blessing. I don't understand it. That part I don't understand. I personally don't know why there was only one blessing. Why the tradition? The tradition was that the firstborn carried the weight and the responsibility, the heritage, the legacy of the family. I don't know why it couldn't have been multiple children to carry it. I don't know. I honestly do not know the answer to that one. But during that time, the tradition was that it was the firstborn. Esau is angry. And that's where we're going to go today. That's where I wanted to recap where we were, and I want to talk about, so I can give you some context as to where we are going today. Because you kind of led into it with the danger of your emotions. We do not, with our best thinking, we do not set out to destroy our lives. Yeah, I wanna ruin everything. I wanna be outside under a bridge, eating out of the trash. I want to be homeless. I don't want to have any support. I want to destroy my life. I want to be strung out on drugs. I want to be an alcoholic. I want to be addicted to all of the stuff that's bad for me. I didn't start out and plan that, but with my best thinking, what I wanted, that what I thought felt good, that's exactly where my life went. That's exactly where my life went. So, well, before I go there, sir, I'd like to share a praise report with you. I want you to know we prayed for you on Wednesday, and here you are today. So I am a witness that prayer works. I am a witness that prayer does work. So you don't have to know the why. Just know prayer works. Just know that prayer works. So I'm going to continue in Genesis 27. I'm going to continue in Genesis 27. And gentlemen, just plug in, just listen to me. Just listen to me. Just listen to me. And because I gave you the context of where we were on Wednesday night. And I really and truly want you to plug in, because again, I'm trying to get you to see the danger of following your opinion, your feelings, how dangerous it is, and some of the consequences you got to deal with behind, I'm gonna just do what I want to do, or I'm gonna do what they say. I talk about me for just another second here. As a young person, I wanted so badly to have friends. I wanted to be accepted. I wanted to be connected. And I was willing to do whatever, act however, say whatever, be whatever they said they wanted me to be, so that they would, quote unquote, accept me, make me feel like I was part of the group. But then the same ones who I wanted acceptance from, who I wanted connection with, would turn around and attack me, verbally and physically. And now here I am at the point of, I'm broken. I am now crying. It looked terrible. I'm now crying because here I'm 13 years old. I am this size. I'm 13. Emotionally, I'm a child. I don't know what it is to be connected to people. I don't know what it is to have friends. And here it is, the people who I thought that I was connected to are now mocking me, and I'm crying. Girls are looking at me going, oh, he's weird. I don't even know what's going on. Because of course, girls want to be connected to the cool guys, the got it together guys, they can take their shirt off and they still look good guys, and they're good at basketball, and they're tough, and they're the bad boys, or whatever it was. I didn't have it, and that's who they wanted to be connected to. And here I am now, big as I am, these guys who are smaller than me picking at me, and I'm crying. How dangerous it is, how dangerous it is to try and live for other people's opinion. I changed the way I talked because I wanted people to accept me. So my family is Jamaican. Everyone has a very strong, thick accent. So did I. And I was willing to sacrifice my culture, my identity. I was willing to sacrifice everything so that I could, quote unquote, fit in. And it still didn't work. And so here I am now, years later, all this time later, where the opinion of people, that don't matter to me. I'm not living for the opinions of others. I can hear it. Okay, so what's your opinion? What's your opinion? That's why when I say to you in class, I'm asking for your opinion. No wrong answer. I'm asking for your opinion. What do you think? What do you feel when you hear this? That's why I say that, because I'm asking for your opinion. And then we'll talk about why you feel that way and how it applies to the word. But in regards to your life, it is a dangerous thing. And we're going to look at Jacob and the price he has to pay, because he followed the instruction he knew the right thing to do, but he followed the instruction and opinion of someone else. All because that person never dealt with their own pain. Rebecca never dealt with the challenge that happened in her home, in her family. She never dealt with it. And she carried it from her childhood well into adulthood. And then she passed it on to her sons. Bless you. So check me out. We're again, we are in Genesis 27, and I am going to go right from, we'll start at 34. When Esau heard his father's words, he burst out with a loud and bitter cry, and he said, Father, bless me. Me too, Father. Please bless me. And he said, but he said, your brother came deceitfully and took your blessing. 36. Esau said, isn't he rightly named Jacob? Then this is the second time he has taken advantage of me. He took my birthright, and now he's taken my blessing. Then he asked, haven't you reserved any blessing for me? What Esau is talking about right here, what he's talking about, Esau had come back from hunting. Jacob was cooking a pot of soup, and it smelled so good. It smelled real good. He's making soup for dinner. Esau comes back from hunting, and he's like, bro, man, that soup smelled good. Let me get a bowl. He's like, yeah, well, this is my special soup. I think it's going to be for dinner, but I haven't decided. He's like, okay, that's nice, but let me get a bowl. He's like, yeah, I'll sell you a bowl. He's like, you going to sell me a bowl? He's like, I'll sell you a bowl. He's like, well, how much? because I'm really hungry. I mean, I just came back from hunting, and I mean, I've got the rabbit right here. I've got the deer that I hunted right here. I've got the fish. I've got the stuff that I caught, but I got to prepare it. I got to get cleaned up. I got to wash my hands. I got to get the pots out. I got to get the seasoning going and all that. But you got a bowl. You got some stuff cooked right there. Come on, man. Hook your brother up. Let me have some. He says, I'll sell it to you. And he says, you're going to sell it to me? He says, yeah, I'll sell it to you. He says, well, how much? Your birthright. You're the firstborn. Sell me your birthright. He's like, are you kidding? He's like, nope. As he's stirring the pot, as he's stirring it, and he's like, And then you know how they dip the little, and they needs a little more, and he's shaking the seasoning in there. He's like, yeah. So what were you saying? Oh, you're hungry? Oh, sell me your birthright, and I'll let you have a bowl. And his brother Esau is like, man, I am so hungry, I'm about to pass out. He's like, fine, by my word, I give you my birthright. And he's like, really? Scoops him out a big old bowl, gives it to him, and he's eating it. He's like, oh, this is so good. Oh, this is so good. And Esau doesn't realize what he's done. Hunger will make you do some. So that's what he's talking about here in this moment. He says, he said, where am I? 35. But he said, your brother came deceitfully and took it. Esau said, isn't he rightly named Jacob? This is the second time he's taken advantage of me. He took my birthright, and now he's taken my blessing. Did he take his birthright? Did he take it? I'm pretty sure you gave it up freely. You could have gone in the house and got a sandwich. But it might not have been as fulfilling. It might have not have tasted as good, but you could have eaten something else. This is what I'm saying to you. I want you to see how dangerous it is in the moment of your feelings and emotions. You make a decision. It's dangerous. It's very, very dangerous. And Jacob in his trickster, prankster, if you look up the name Jacob, it actually says something in regards to the name Jacob means trickster. For whatever reason, I don't know who defines names or how names get defined. I don't know what that is, but Jacob says, sell me your birthright, I'll give you a bowl of stew. So Esau is upset about that. And he's having this conversation with his dad. He's like, Dad, you don't have one more blessing that you can speak on my life? Don't you have anything you can say about my life? Dad, I got lied to, I got tricked. And now you're saying my brother came in here and tricked you and he lied to you? Isaac answered Esau, I have made him lord over you and have made all his relatives his servants, and I have sustained him with grain and new wine. So what can I possibly do for you, my son? Esau said to his father, do you have only one blessing? Bless me too, Father. Please, Father, please speak some kind of blessing on my life. Then Esau wept aloud. Esau is broken. It's over. Everything that I had hoped for, everything that I wanted, everything that I thought was going to be mine, it's over. His father Isaac answered him, your dwelling will be away from the earth's riches, away from the dew of heaven above. You will live by the sword, and you will serve your brother. And when you grow restless, You will throw his yoke from off your neck. Esau held a grudge against Jacob because of the blessing his father had given him. He said to himself, "The days of mourning my father are near. Then I will kill my brother Jacob." Dad, don't you have anything you can bless me with? Dad, don't you have anything you could speak over my life? When he spoke the first blessing, he thought he was talking about Esau. When he spoke the first blessing, he spoke the peace and the provision and the blessing of God over his life, that the fullness of heaven would rain down in and through Jacob's life. It would be so. Now, granted, he thinks he's blessing Esau, but this is the blessing that he speaks over Jacob because of the lie, because of the trick. And here is now Esau sitting in front of his dad, and he's like, "Dad, listen, you got tricked, I got tricked. Is there no other blessing you could have? Anything you could speak over my life? Anything, Dad, anything?" And his father says, "You won't have the blessing of heaven. Things are going to be hard for you." This don't sound like a blessing. This don't sound like a blessing to me. Let me read this one more time. "Your dwelling will be away from the earth's richness, away from the dew of heaven above. You will live by the sword, and you will serve your brother." Ooh, Dad, come on now. I mean, y'all feel me? Do y'all get it? Do y'all get it? Because Esau done told his dad, "Dad, we got tricked. You got tricked. I got tricked. I'm not really feeling my brother right now." He says, and he says, "Dad, you don't have any kind of blessing you can speak over my life?" He says, "You are going to live away from the earth's richness." So all the easy, fertile ground, all of the nice soft ground where you put the seeds in and a little bit of water touch it and the crop just like pop up. You don't have to really do no work. He says, "No, you're not going to live there. Where you live is going to be where it's rocky. You're going to have to work the ground really hard to get the fullness, to get the provision out of the ground. You're going to have to work that ground really hard." He says you're going to have a hard life, and he says you are going to serve your brother, and you are going to live by the sword. You're going to be a fighter. Wow, that don't sound like a blessing. That really doesn't sound like you're really helping me here. He said, "You will live away from the earth's richness, away from the dew from heaven above. You will live by the sword, and you will serve your brother. But when you grow restless, when you are tired of all of this, you will throw his yoke from off your neck." The yoke being, okay, so what a yoke is, if you've ever seen either, so during that time, they used bulls to plow fields. And the big wooden thing that you saw on the bull's shoulders, uh, and oftentimes they would use two bulls with this thing was called a yoke. It was meant to put the two bulls together, and they would have the leather straps and the ropes tied to this plow that would like dig into the ground, and they would do the thing where they would beat the back of the animal, and the animal would move forward, pulling the plow through the earth to break it up. Yes, yes. So they would go through the ground, break up the ground, and so they would be able to get into the ground, pull out the rocks, and get down to the fertile soil, and that's where they would do their planting. They would water. So the thing around the neck, is the thing that would control the beast of burden, the animal. Dad says, when you are tired of all of this, when you get restless from serving your brother, you're going to throw his yoke off of your neck. He says you're going to rebel. This don't sound like a blessing. That's my opinion. I could be completely wrong. I really could. But this does not sound like a blessing. It might sound like a blessing to you, but it doesn't sound like one to me. Esau, verse 41. Esau held a grudge against Jacob because of the blessing his father had given him. And he said to himself, the days of mourning for my father are near. Then I will kill my brother, Jacob. He knows his dad is going to die. His dad is older. His dad told him, he said, son, my time is coming. I feel it. I want you to go out and get me one last hunt, bring me back some food, and I'm going to bless you. And Esau didn't hold it against his dad. Esau wasn't mad at his dad. He was mad at the liar. He was mad at the one who tricked him. And he was so mad, he was willing to end his life. He was willing. Look at the cost of what. So where do we place the blame? Do we place the blame with Jacob? Do we place the blame with his mother Rebecca? Do we place the blame with Rebecca's parents, the grandparents, who programmed Rebecca, who in turn programmed Jacob? Where do we place the blame? Gentlemen, where do you place blame? Where do you place blame? You are who you are because of your decisions. Yes, you were born into a circumstance. Yes, you were born into a situation. Yes. But there are some decisions that you have personally made that have led you to the point where you currently are. There are some emotions that you have followed. There are some thought patterns that you have developed. Even when you knew it was wrong, you still went that way. Amen? So let's finish this thing out. Let's keep going. Esau held a grudge against against Jacob because of the blessing his father had given him. And he said to himself, the days of mourning my father are near. Then I will kill my brother Jacob. When Rebekah was told what her older son Esau had said, she sent for her younger son Jacob and said to him, your brother is planning to avenge himself by killing you. Isaac and Rebekah are not poor people. First and foremost, they're not poor people. They've got a couple servants, people living at the house, people working at the house. They've got a little bit of land. They've got some animals, the chickens, the goats, the camels, a couple bulls. They got a little bit of something. And here it is. Someone hears what's going on. Someone hears Esau. Esau is walking around mad. Soon as dad is dead. And there was a tradition that when a family member passes, right after the funeral, there is a certain amount of days that you are supposed to mourn their passing. You're supposed to feel, and during that time, you normally don't go out and work. Normally during that time, you feel what you feel, and you're kind of pulled, you like drawing, you shut in, and you don't do much of anything. You're just sitting there at the house mourning the passing of a loved one. I don't know what this specific day count was, but Esau says, the days of mourning are coming. As soon as the days of mourning are over, I'm going to put hands on my brother. As soon as. So that during the days of mourning, everyone in the house is shut down. Everyone is going to be shut down. And Esau is just like, we got 2 more days. We got 2 more days. And he's saying it to himself. He's talking to himself and he's rocking and he's just pacing back and forth. Whether or not he's smoking, whether or not he's drinking, I don't know. I don't know. The text doesn't say. The text doesn't say. But if you've ever seen anybody angry, if you've ever been angry and you are dwelling on something, have you ever been so angry that you continually talk about something? You've been hurt or disappointed by something and you repeat it over and over and you feel the feeling like it was yesterday. It happened a year ago, but you feel it again, you remember it again, and your emotions take you right back to you get triggered and you end up right back at, you know what I'm talking about? So Esau's there and he's the days of mourning and he's saying what he's saying. And maybe it was one of the servants who said it. Maybe it could be. It might have even been Isaac. Isaac's an old man, and he now is having a conversation with his wife. Like, why would you do that? Why did you? Why? You know, that's a tough thing. That's really a tough thing when you think that you've picked the right one for a partner, and you think she's perfect. You think there's nothing wrong with her. But I want you to know she's not perfect. And if you, as a young man, if your head and your heart is not right before God, I promise you, her behavior in some way, shape, or form, she's going to say and or do something, and it's going to send you somewhere. It's going to send you somewhere. What do you mean you like purple and you don't like yellow? What? It could be something trivial. You like the Browns, you don't like the Steelers? What? You like Nikes, but you don't like Adidas? How, are you kidding me? It could be something real trivial, or it could be something really serious. You could have maybe told her a personal thing, because a lot of times when you start relationships and you open up your heart, you start talking about personal stuff. And you thinking, well, man, she's feeling me, I'm feeling her. I'm going to tell her about this one time that happened at band camp. And you open up and you share and you feel good because, man, I've been carrying that thing for so long. Now I have somebody I can share it with, and she shares something with you, and you two, y'all hold hands if y'all kiss, or whatever it is. And now you're connected and you feel that thing inside. You're connected. Isaac is at this moment with Rebecca like, do you have any idea what you've done? Why would you? However it happened, the word got back to Rebecca. Esau is planning on killing Jacob. And Rebecca said, don't worry, the curse is not going to be on you, the curse is going to be on me. Like she could control the outcome. She could control the consequence. When Rebecca was told what her older son Esau had said, she sent for her younger son Jacob and said to him, your brother is planning to avenge himself by killing you. Now then, my son, do what I say. And not get in trouble by following you in the first place. Now then, my son, do what I say. Flee at once to my brother Laban in Haran. So this is my uncle? Yeah, I want you to go hang out. Go hang out at your uncle Laban's house. Go hang out at Laban's house. Stay with him for a while until your brother's fury subsides. When your brother is no longer angry with you and forgets what you did to him, what I did to him. It's crazy how somebody will talk you into something. You'll go along with them. But then when the consequences come down, they're like, well, nah, it was him by himself. Yeah, that was all Wyatt. He took the cookie. Bro, didn't you hold the door for me to get the cookies? You said we was going to eat cookies. Or whatever it was. It's amazing. Rebecca's not saying, son, she has so many opportunities to say, son, I led you in the wrong way. She has so many opportunities to deal with and confess her part in this and say, son, so that you don't end up further in problems. Son, I need you to understand that what I was wrong. She doesn't do that. Stay with him for a while until your brother's fury subsides, when your brother is no longer angry with you and forgets what you did to him, I'll send for you to come back from there. Why should I lose both of you in one day? Then Rebekah said to Isaac, I'm disgusted with living because of these Hittite women. If Jacob takes a wife from among the women of this land, from the Hittite women like these, my life will not be worth living. This is the setup. This is the setup that Rebekah offers to Isaac to get Jacob to leave. I feel like Jacob is at the age where he needs to be looking at a wife, and I don't want him to have one of the women around here, so I'm going to send him away. Because if he doesn't go away, then my life, she still doesn't confess. She still doesn't confess. She still doesn't apologize for what she's done. She still stays along that same path of what was wrong, what happened. She still stays along that same path, and she still is talking as if though, well, I didn't have any part in it. It wasn't me. I didn't do anything wrong. Gentlemen, I said all of this solely because I want you to understand the importance of you developing your walk with God. You cannot be led by your emotions. Your emotions are so dangerous. The enemy works to play in your emotions. If you are not careful, your feelings will lead you, guide you to destruction. To absolute destruction. We pointed at it Wednesday night when we identified that, and if you think about it, at some point in time, your best thinking got you in trouble. It got you in trouble. You didn't set out to be in trouble, but sure enough, you thought it'd be a good idea to go that way. You went that way, and sure enough, because you thought it would be good, they said it would be good, and you went with them, and you ended up in trouble. Just like Rebekah says to Jacob, son, this is what we're going to do, but you don't need to worry because you're not going to be in trouble. I'm the one who's going to be in trouble, and I can handle it. The curse is not going to be on you. The curse is going to be on me. And look, Rebekah doesn't have to leave home. Jacob has to give up everything that he's ever known, the place where he was born and raised, the only family he's known, the only friends he's ever had. He has to give that up and run for his life. Now, if you go and you do some reading, you'll find out that Jacob goes out to his uncle's house. He sees a girl. He's digging on this girl. Woo, she is bad. She is all the way fly. Whatever your version of beautiful is, that's how cold this girl was. And he wanted her. He wanted her so bad. This is Laban's daughter. This is the younger daughter. And he's like, man, so wait, that's my uncle's child. That makes her my cousin. Yeah. He's in love with his cousin. He wants her, and he says, Laban, I want her so bad. Her name's Rachel. I want Rachel so bad. If I could just have Rachel. Oh, Laban, listen, I would be willing to work. I will be your slave for 7 years if you let me marry Rachel. Laban says, really? You'll be my slave? He says, yes. You let me marry Rachel, I will be your slave for 7 years. I want her. I love her. I think she is great. And Laban looks at him and says, you really do whatever I say for 7 years? You'll work for me? You won't complain. You'll do what I tell you. I'll do what you tell me if you will let me marry Rachel. Laban says, okay, sure thing. Sure thing. And for 7 years, Jacob works hard. He forgets about his brother Esau. He forgets about the evil that he did at home. He is thinking about the fact that he's going to marry the most beautiful girl he has ever seen, and he's going to get to clap them cheeks. That's what he's thinking about. Ultimately, that's the motivation. I want her, I like her, I see her, and I know it's going to be good. 7 years pass. There's this big wedding ceremony. There is this amazing ceremony. Laban has all kind of guests come in, from far away. It is this amazing, and they walk down the aisle and the vows are said and everything. And Jacob is excited. And they have the dinner party and everybody's eating, everybody's drinking, and he knows the night is coming. He's like, yeah, all right. And Laban comes to him and says, all right, man, your wife is in there. I know you know what to do. He says, man, listen, you ain't got to tell me. I know exactly what I'm about to do. I'm about to get down. Let me tell you, I'm about to get down. And he goes in and he's, and he does what he does. And when he wakes up the next morning and he rolls over, he is screaming at the top of his lungs. Ah! 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 Because it's not Rachel. It's not Rachel. It's her older sister. The cockeyed, funny looking older sister. One eye is over here, one eye is over here. Jacob got tricked. And he is screaming and he is crying and he cannot believe he done beat up on, jumped all up and down inside of it. Did the thing with the one that he thought it was Rachel, but it wasn't Rachel. And he was like, where is Laban? Where? He is mad. He is mad. He lied to me. He tricked me. He's ready to throw a chair at his uncle. He's ready to go put hands on his uncle. So check this out. It was okay when you were lying. It was okay when you were tricking. It was okay when you were stealing. But when it's done to you, you feel some kind of way? So Laban is sitting off in the office area, the room, the den, the whatever space at his house, because Laban's doing pretty good for himself. He's got some land, he's got some servants, he's got money, And so Jacob wants to come in and see Laban. Laban's like, let him come in. And Jacob comes in, he's like, you lied to me. You lied. You lied. Why did you lie to me? And he's angry. And Laban's like, hey, pump your brake. You know the family tradition that the younger cannot get older, can't get married before the older. You know that family tradition, don't you? He's like, yeah. Well, that's why you got Leah, because that's the tradition. But that wasn't our agreement. He's like, yeah, I know. But you did marry her, and you did have sex with her. She is your wife. But you lied. Jeez. So Laban says, how about another 7 years? How about another 7 years? Are you willing to work another 7 years for what you really want? How about it? Look at what it cost him. Look at what it cost him. Look. He does the 7 years. He ends up working 14 years so that he can have Rachel. He does. But Rachel can't have kids. Leah is popping baby after baby out. Leah got that good. And every time he get near Leah pregnant. He's sitting in a room with Leah all of a sudden. I mean, it don't really work that way, but I'm just saying. He's working at, he wants Rachel. He's all about Rachel. He's like, and he just wants a child with Rachel. He just wants one child, and Rachel is not having any children. Look at what his best thinking did to him. Look at what it cost him. Was he led by the Spirit of God in any of this? Did he ask God, God, what do you think? What should I? How could I? God, please lead me, guide me, show me. God, I've made some terrible mistakes. I need your direction. Please teach me, God. No. Why? I personally don't know. Maybe he felt like when he lied in front of God, in front of his father, to get the blessing, maybe he felt like he couldn't talk to God. I don't know. I personally. Maybe he was ashamed. Yeah, you could be right. Maybe he was ashamed of himself and he felt like he couldn't talk to God. Gentlemen, I want you to know today, it is vitally important that no matter how the enemy lies to you and says, man, you can't talk to God. You can't get next to God. You're this and you did this. And you remember when you took the cookie out of the cookie jar and you're supposed to be a good person. And how could you do that? You remember when you told this lie, and you remember when you took so-and-so's pen. You remember when you did this, and you remember when and the enemy will name off all kinds of reasons trying to make you feel bad about yourself, to get you in your emotions and feelings so that you can be led by your feelings. And then when the enemy has you in your feelings, then he's going to offer you something to help you feel better. And the thing that is going to help you feel better is the very thing that caused you pain. That very thing that at one point in time it felt good. Whatever it is, you know your thing. Not everybody has the same thing, but you know what your thing is. The very thing that at one point in time made you feel good and you enjoyed it and you, I can't wait to have it. And later on I'm going to, and you thought about it. Now, after the enemy has beaten you up and gotten you in your feelings and got you all sad and depressed and everything, and then you're like, oh man, I just feel so terrible. I got something that's going to make you feel good. Gentlemen, can you see it? I'm trying to make it plain. I'm trying to make it very clear for you, the danger of being led by your emotions. Look at the price Jacob pays. And how angry he got when he got lied to. It was fine while he was lying. It didn't matter who he hurt. He didn't care about whoever else's feelings. You lied to your father, man. You lied to your father. You tricked your father's going to die. And you don't even get to make that right. You don't even get to say, Dad, I'm sorry. Dad, I was wrong. You don't even get to, that you're okay with that? You got to carry that? Being led by your emotions, gentlemen, is dangerous. Amen. Father, we thank you for today. We thank you for your word. We thank you for your instruction and direction. Our prayer, Lord, is that you help us to understand how to move forward in you, to be led by you, to be led by the Spirit of the living God, not to be led by our emotions. We pray that you lead us and guide us, instruct us in the way that we should go. In Jesus' name, amen.